Hey Virgos, so in this video we're going to go into your career, finances, and business reading for October 2018. And what I'm getting is that with regards to your finances, I feel like there's going to be some money struggles this month. I think that for some of you, there's going to be some kind of unexpected event that you didn't plan for that causes you to have to spend more than you had budgeted. I think for some of you, you're going to lose money, and that could mean that you physically lose it, like you can't find it. You had cash and somehow it's gone, or you made an investment that did not go in your favor, or you got swindled out of some money, maybe in a haggling situation, or you got overcharged something and didn't realize, or maybe you loan money to a friend and they're not going to pay you back for it. In terms of, well, what I want to say about that though is that I think that the loss is not going to be huge. It's going to be disappointing, of course, but I think in terms of the amount, it's not going to be that big. And I think that you just have so much going for you this month with regards to you guys coming out of your shell, which comes out in your love reading and it came out in your general reading, that I think you guys can overlook this small misfortune, and it really doesn't have to bother you as much as it might sound like it might, when I'm talking to you about this. But I think you guys will be able to handle it and it'll be okay. In terms of career, for those of you who are working in corporate, I think that you're going to have some struggles there as well. I think that a project that you are working on is not really going to go as planned, and it's not really going to turn out very well. And I think it's just not really going to move forward. And I think that your boss or whoever is in charge, maybe your project lead, is going to come to you and be like, why didn't this happen? Like, why didn't you make this happen? And I think the reason for why it's not going to happen is partly because you were not being attentive enough. You didn't really follow up with things. You weren't really paying attention to the details. You were being very scatterbrained about it. But I think the other part of it is that it's just not going to go forward at this point in time. There's nothing that you really could have done. And so when this person comes to you in October and it's just like, you messed up, I don't want you guys to feel bad, because I think that our bodies sometimes know, our intuition or instincts sometimes know that something isn't really going to turn out in your favor. And when that happens, our mood shifts to where we become less attentive to our tasks. And so I don't want you to think like, oh, like it was because I was inattentive and I'm the one that messed up. Yeah, you're going to be inattentive, but I think that's your body telling you, is guiding you to be less attentive to it, because it knows that even if you tried your hardest and were attentive and followed up with people, you're going to have the same end result. So why put you in a situation where you're working really hard trying to make it happen and then it doesn't work out and then you feel like, I tried everything and I still couldn't do it? Like, no. Your intuition doesn't want you to go through that. It doesn't want you to waste energy on things that aren't going to benefit you or aren't going to turn out good for you. So I think your lack of attention is going to be something that is intuitively, internally guided. So I mean, try your best, but like really don't bend over backwards on this, because your body doesn't want you to, because even if you did bend over backwards, it's not really going to change the outcome for you. And I have something that you guys can do in the meantime, but I'm going to go into the business people. So for those of you who own a business, I think that you guys are in the same situation where things aren't going to go as well. I don't think it's going to be to the extreme as those in the corporate world, where their projects just really aren't going to move forward. With you guys, I think there'll still be some forward movement, but it's going to be a bit of a struggle. And I think that you guys should definitely still continue to work on your business and not really be less attentive, because you guys can't afford to do that. And I don't think your bodies are going to put you in a mode where you're going to want to be less attentive or just naturally be less attentive, because for you guys, that's not to your benefit. Yeah, so I think that it's going to be a struggle for you as well. And basically, the advice I'm getting for both corporate and for business folks is that, okay, let's go into corporate first, actually, because it might be a little bit different. So for corporate folks, I think what you guys should do is, try, but I think that your time would actually be better spent focusing on something else. So your project isn't really the effort isn't gonna pay off. So what you should do instead is, you should maybe focus on a skill you can learn that would really benefit your employer if you knew it. Or maybe be involved in another project that doesn't make it look like you went off into this other project and neglected your current one. Make sure that it's like like one that fits in, that, you know, like your employer would be pretty happy to hear about. But basically work on something else, put your attention on something else that's going to build you up, your skills up, and that will be valuable to your employer, so that when they come to you and are like, why didn't you make this project happen? Like, what happened here? This didn't move forward. You can say, I know, you know, it was really difficult. There just I wasn't able to get a lot of traction on this, but I did, I have been very productive. I learned this, this, and this, and I think it's going to be really valuable for this, this, and this. And make sure it's something that will really entice the employer, and they'll forget about what you didn't do and just be like, wow, okay, we can use that. Let's go with that. Oh, wow, like you really use your time well. That's really valuable to our company, what you learned. So make sure that you do something like that. And I think that that will be really, really beneficial to you, just building up your skill sets, building up your confidence, building up your knowledge base, and just really making you a really good asset. And then also it will take away the attention from what didn't happen, what didn't go right in your employer's mind, to what did go right. And I think that that will actually be a much better use of your time. And same with the business. I think it's very similar, is you guys kind of have to focus on what you're working on, but you can also, on the side, if things just are really not working out, you still have to work on them, but you can also build up some other skills that you can share with your customers and just be like, yeah, I also offer this now. Something that really excites them and gets them excited, and that you can feel proud about as well. But I think for you guys, for the most part, you kind of have to keep trucking through with your business endeavors, like your main thing, but maybe incorporate a side thing that you can add on that will just like wow them and really get them intrigued and interested. So that's what I'm feeling for you guys in terms of your career and your finances. With regards to your finances, really, I just think let your amazing mood and your explosion of a personality to really take over, and don't make that any bigger of a deal than it needs to be. And yeah, with your career, really use this time to build up your skills and understand that your body is telling you, your intuition does not want you to spend effort on something that is not going to move you forward, that's not going to help you or change the outcome. So do not beat yourself up if you're not able to be attentive on your projects, but make sure you have something in your back pocket that you can share with your employer and build up your skills and your resume, so that when you have that discussion, you have something to show for your time. And I think you'll come out much more of a winner that way. So yeah, thank you guys for watching. This concludes this video, and I will see you in my next one.